There are people who are dream chasers and there are people who are dream killers. There's a big difference between the mentality of these two groups of people. I was a dream chaser. I knew what I wanted. I made the sacrifices towards what I wanted. I worked hard towards what I wanted. But there were often people who said, you can't do that. And sometimes they may be even a part of your own family. I remember making this commitment to becoming a commercial diver. I wanted my career to be at sea. And I enrolled at the best commercial diving school in the world, which happened to be in Los Angeles. I was in South Africa. I flew via London to get to the United States, and I visited my uncle. He was a doctor, quite successful as a doctor. And when he was asking me about what is it that you're going to do in Los Angeles, California, and I said, I'm going to study commercial diving so I can work on dive support ships and oil rigs and travel the world. And then take that money and save it so I can buy a boat, so I can then go racing my own yacht around the world. And he shook his head and he said, you're wasting your life. You need to go to university. You need to get a real degree, have a real career. Don't waste yourself. Don't give up this stupid idea. Those are the words that he had towards me. He was a dream killer. He did not see the years and years that I had snorkeled in cold water with no wetsuit. And then eventually, when I was able to buy a wetsuit, he did not see the years I spent learning to scuba dive and then working inside of the harbor, cold water in Cape Town, scrubbing hulls and spending hours and hours scrubbing hulls and doing various things on these boats in that cold, dark, murky water so that I could earn the money to pay for some school, to pay for the flight, but more important, to gain the experience. He never saw that. He just was stuck in this traditional way of thinking that you have to follow a certain path. There are many ways to get to a place of success. And I had a choice. I could be derailed by people who said, you don't belong here. You shouldn't be doing that. Give up. Nobody's done that before in the family, so don't try. Don't be an embarrassment. But I stuck to the dream. I stuck to being the dream chaser. And it was not easy. I did get through commercial diving school. I struggled to find all the right jobs, but you know what? I loved it. I was happy. I was following my passion and I became really good at what I was doing. How many people listen to the dream killers and choose a life that is not their passion? And they do it because they're trying to please somebody else. And then one day they wake up and they question, what happened to my life? How did I end up in this miserable place? So I want to challenge you. Surround yourself with people who may not necessarily fully appreciate what you're trying to do, but they will always encourage you. They'll always have words to pick you up. And when things are tough, they won't put you down, but they say, hey, this is your dream. This is what you want. Find a way. Keep going. Those are the folks who are there in the bad times, who will be there in the good times. And together, with that type of support structure around you, anything and everything becomes possible. And you bring them your positive energy. You bring your success into their world too. And success begets success. You also are lifting them up. Be a dream chaser, never a dream killer.